Coming to you from the floor of the CME Group, I'm Eric Wolfman Wilkinson. Let's get in the zone, the cash money zone. It's the last day of May. It's Wolfman Thursday. Well, we got a lot of stuff going on in here. The futures market in the grain room is really rocking right now. We got some rain here in Chicago, and usually what they say is when it rains in Chicago, the prices will come down. But there's a huge battle here between whether or not these farms actually got any measurable rainfall. And most of them are saying that they just got trace amounts, which isn't going to really do anything for the new corn that's in the ground right now. So what's happening? Well, Futures International just made a huge play in the December contract, which is the corn that's in the ground right now. It's called the new crop. All the old crop is stuff in the silos. But they're making a huge play. They sold 10,000 December 540 puts and took it down 2 ticks. They started out at 41.5 and sold it down to 39.5. Really making a huge play. They must think that this crop that's in the ground isn't going to produce much of a yield, and are starting to scoop up at these prices. Therefore, it's kind of really bringing the curve up a little bit as these locals in the pit are actually covering with futures. So, you know, they're buying the puts, they're selling the futures, vice versa. Anyway, there's a huge battle going on. Anyway, back over into the economic room, or the financial floor. We had a lot of economic data still coming out a little bit worse than expected. We had Challenger job layoffs was 66 versus 11. We had ADP come out a little bit worse than expected, which does not bode well for tomorrow's non-farm payrolls. Usually the ADP has been pretty in line with that non-farm payrolls. It looks like non-farm payrolls is going to look to pull back a little bit. Not good news in the other room, which is causing the equities to slide a little bit. We're seeing it right around that 1300. The bulls are really trying to support it there. If we get much below 1285, we're really going to start falling off. Yesterday we talked about the 10-year. The 10-year going to 167, historic yield for the last several years, but now we're at 60-year lows. 154. If you guys ever watched CNBC, I was on when they first started this Euro crisis, saying that this 10-year yield should try and test a 147 handle. I couldn't remember exactly the number I came out with. I had to go through and do a little bit more analytics, but 147 is my target, so that is going to be the 60-year or almost all-time low in the 10-year. We haven't seen it since the Depression, but I think we're going to start seeing that get tested here pretty soon. Right now, last I checked, 153 was the yield in the 10-year, so keep your eye on that, all right? If you can't take that, take it easy.